Hello and welcome to Next Week in Destiny. First up, we have our featured Nightfall for the week commencing November 1st, 2022, which will be the Exodus Crash over on Nessus. Legend and lower Nightfalls will have 3 barrier champions and 9 overloads with 4 solar shields and 1 void, whereas Master and GMs will have 4 barrier and 13 overloads with 4 solar shields. Your Grandmaster modifiers will be Barrier and Overload champions, Arc New. When defeated, Fallen Vandals will spawn a web mine under their feet. Chaff, which is radar is disabled. Your Grandmaster modifiers are Contest, Join in Progress disabled, Lock loadouts, Match Game, and Extra shields. So Match Game is enemy shields are highly resistant to all unmatched elemental damage. Equipment locked, you will not be able to change your equipment after this activity starts. Extinguish, if your fireteam falls in a restricted zone, everyone is returned to orbit. Limited revives, limited fireteam revives and gain additional revives by defeating champions up to a maximum of 20. Champion mobs, this mode contains additional champions. And Thanix implant, incoming arc and environmental damage is increased by 50%, but you get 25% bonus arc damage dealt to enemies when you're using your arc subclass or arc weapons. And just as a reminder, power requirement for this season to enter the GMs are 1595 light, which your power will be capped at, and the enemy's power will be 1620. Your anti-champion artifact mods for this week are Anti-barrier scout and auto rifle for 1 energy, and snipers for 6. Overloads are bows and machine guns for 1 energy, and the arc grenade mod surge detonation for 2 energy. You also have exotic weapons and armor that can help with intrinsic mods as well. So, for anti-barrier, we have the kinetic bow Wishender, the kinetic linear fusion rifle Arbalest, the solar energy hand cannon Ariana's Vow, the solar heavy sword the Lament, and the Titan exotic gauntlet Second Chance, which gains a second charge of your shield's throw melee, which becomes shield piercing and stuns barrier champions. For overload, we have the Void Energy Bow, Le Monarch, the Arc Energy Linear Trace Rifle, Divinity, the Arc Heavy Machine Gun, Thunderlord, and the Warlock Exotic Boots, the Secan Filaments, which when you drop an Empowering Rift, any weapon that is fired from inside that well will cause an overload champion to be stunned. The featured weapon to obtain next week should be the Arc Rapid Fire Frame Pulse Rifle, Horror's Least, but it could be the Solar Aggressive Frame Shotgun, Mindbenders Ambition, as these 2 weapons had to be swapped out a couple of weeks back. But just as a reminder, the Mindbenders Ambition is an aggressive frame kinetic shotgun with a base impact of 80, base range and stability of 29. It can roll with Swashbuckler, 1-2 punch, well-rounded and incandescent, with auto-loading holster, pugilist, snapshot sights and threat detector. Horror's Least is a rapid-fire frame arc pulse rifle with a base impact of 23, base range of 34 and stability of 49. It can roll with Kill Clip, Vorpal and Frenzy, with Zen Moment, Under Pressure and Heating Up. Both weapons have the origin trait of Stunning Recovery, where if you stun a champion you partially refill your magazine, trigger health regen and improves your recovery for a short duration. And Vanguard Vindication, where final blows with this weapon grant a small amount of health. So Festival of the Lost enters its final week of the season, so if you haven't grabbed all your candy and collected all your spectral pages, now would be the time to do so. Up next, Lord Shaxx brings Mayhem back to the Crucible this upcoming week, and if you have yet to complete the Week 1 challenge, Flourish of Power, which is to defeat 50 Guardians with super abilities in Mayhem, this week will be one of the last times this current season you can complete that. So Mayhem is where 2 teams of 6 players go head to head in a clash type mode. With a time limit of 10 minutes, the first team to get to 125 eliminations is the winner. Abilities and supers charge at an extremely faster rate than usual. Respawns are instant and power ammo spawns are much faster than usual. The Pinnacle Dungeon for next week will be the Prophecy Dungeon in the Legends tab on the Director, and your Pinnacle Raid will be the Last Wish on the Dreaming City. And this is where the 1000 Voices exotic heavy fusion rifle will be available to file next week. Next up, challenges. So we have now had all 78 challenges over a period of the last 10 weeks. And as a reminder, if you have completed 75 out of 78 this season, you'll get a large pile of Bright Dust to spend at the Eververse in-game. And speaking of Bright Dust, let's get onto our Eververse for the week of November 1st, 2022. Available for Bright Dust this week, we have the Retrograde Tura exotic ship for 2000 Bright Dust. If you are missing the Star Horse mask, that would be available for 1200 Bright Dust. The Moon Rising Ghost Projection for 1500 Bright Dust. The Flower Child Shader for 300 Bright Dust. And if you want to bust some ghosts this festival, or beyond, then the Buster Ray exotic Ghostbusters emote will be available next week for 3250 Bright Dust. The Hold Me legendary multiplayer emote will be available for 700 Bright Dust. The Papercraft Arania exotic Ghost Shell will be available for 2850 Bright Dust. Never Fret, the Majestic Winnie exotic Sparrow will be available next week for 2000 Bright Dust. The Finch Mask ornament, if you're missing that one, will be available for 1200 Bright Dust. The Promethean Prelude exotic weapon ornament for the Grand Overture machine gun will be available for 1250 Bright Dust. And the Wings Nightmare projection for your ghost for 1500 Bright Dust. And then finally, the Lost Sector rotation for next week. Hello! As a reminder, your daily Lost Sector will show you a flag outside whichever Lost Sector is available, which will give you details on the champions and burns you will find inside. But if you are new to the game or you are using an alternate character and can't find the flag outside, you will have to run through the Lost Sector normally to have it show up on your map as a legend or master. So for next week, we have Tuesday the 1st of November will be the K1 crew quarters over on the moon. That will be giving out exotic legs. The elemental shields will be solar. The burn will be arc. And you will have overload and anti-barrier champions. Wednesday the 2nd of November will be the K1 logistics again on the moon, giving out exotic arms. You will have an arc and solar elemental shields. Void will be the burn. And you will have overload and anti-barrier champions. Thursday the 3rd of November will be the K1 Communion over on the moon, giving out exotic chess pieces. There will be a solar and void elemental shields with solar burn, with overload and anti-barrier champions. Friday the 4th of November will be the Skydock 4 on the EDZ, giving out exotic helmets and void elemental shields with solar burn, and there will be unstoppable champions and anti-barrier champions. Saturday the 5th of November will be the Scavenger's Den on the EDZ, giving out exotic legs. That will be an arc elemental shields with solar burn, overload and anti-barrier champions. Sunday the 6th of November will be the Quarry over on the EDZ, giving out exotic arms. There will be a solar and void elemental shields and a void burn with unstoppable champions and anti-barrier champions. And then finally, back round to Monday the 7th of November will be the Excavation Site 12 on the EDZ, giving out exotic chess pieces with arc elemental shields and solar burn with unstoppable champions and anti-barrier champions.
All right.
And the final thing to tell you about for next week is it will be bonus Gambit ranks all week long. So if you have yet to get your rank reset for your Ascendant Shard, your Crime Mutiny Grenade Launcher and its ornament from Gambit, next week will be the best week to do that. And that's it for your next week in Destiny, starting on the 1st of November 2022. Again, a big thank you to kyberscorner.com for the Nightfall information, Today in Destiny for the Eververse information, Light.gg for the challenges, and Shack News for the Lost Sector rotation. And you will find all the links in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.